My husband went on a last date with his ex a week before we got married to make sure his ex was the one who got away, according to everyone around him. He ended things because he didn't see a future with her, but everyone around him was shocked because she's so good and beautiful. Then we met, and I soon understood that everyone from his side preferred her. I even heard some call me the Camila, although I am neither much older nor less attractive in my opinion. I love how I look, even if I don't fit all the beauty stereotypes like tall, blonde, blue eyes like his ex. He's never given me any reason to doubt him, however. He gave me the impression that he knew exactly what he wanted. He was secure enough in his heart that he told me he loved me a few months into our relationship, and I never felt like he was lying or that I wasn't enough. He is fully aware of what people think about him leaving his ex, and he gave me the impression that he thought they were silly and childish. He told his mom that I am who he had chosen, and if she wanted a part of it, she needed to clean up her act. We got married 3 years ago, and only now I found out that he went on a date with his ex a few days before our wedding. He wanted to know for sure that she wasn't the one who got away, as everyone else thought. He wanted to make 100% sure. His mom told me gleefully when she visited our new baby. She looked at my daughter and said she wondered what would have happened if he changed his mind after that date. She was visiting their baby now, my husband, and the one who got away. She said this with a sigh, but gleefully, you know what I mean. I haven't spoken to him for a week, and I hate silent treatment. But I just can't talk to him. It isn't something I am doing to punish him, manipulate him, or get the upper hand and control him. I just can't look at him or talk to him. Am I the a-hole for this silent treatment? Well, Opie, according to your description, this isn't the silent treatment. It's just that you haven't processed this whole thing, and you can't talk to him. So no, I don't think you're the a-hole. I think we're dealing with two a-holes here. One is a stupid a-hole, and the other one is an evil a-hole. The stupid a-hole, of course, is your husband. I mean, why would you want to go on a date with your ex a few days before the wedding if you have cold feet? Going on a date with your ex, the one that everybody tells you is the one that got away, is not the way to go. And then we get to the evil a-hole, your mother-in-law. She is a special kind of nasty, holding on to this information to give it to you on the day she's visiting your daughter, and to say it gleefully. I mean, honestly, that woman. See you next Tuesday. That's all I'm going to say. Now, Opie, of course, in this situation, you've got 2 ways to go. You can call it quits because it is a huge betrayal to learn about it this way, and now he kept this from you. He lied by your mission, of course. Or you can try to work through it, go to couples counseling, and see if you can go back to the kind of trust you had before. But honestly, I think something like this changes a relationship forever. But of course, as I said, it is up to you and what you talk with your husband about. What do you guys think? What would be your judgment, or what would you do if you were in OP's shoes? Let me know in the comment section. And now, let's check out the community comments. Striped Honeybee 90 says, your husband is an a-hole, but your mother-in-law loads you to think she held on to this information until you were happy with a new baby, totally vulnerable, and then decided to drop this. That is calculated evil. To which Toy responds, it sounded more like a spur of the moment at first, but maybe you're right. Not sure anymore. Alien Universe says his mother did this to you on purpose during one of the most raw and vulnerable moments. She knew what she was doing, and it was instrumental. What your husband did was disgusting. How can you even know? Nothing happened between the two of them, you know that. If it did, he wouldn't tell you anyways because he never told you about the date. I think if you have a support system of your own, it's time to see if maybe you could stay with them for a little bit to clear your head. These people are snakes, and your husband is one of them. Jamie Kin Minor asks, not the a-hole? Why can't people just be honest? If he had told you he had lunch with his ex before you got married, would you still marry him? If he explained himself, would you feel like a sloppy second or that he had doubts about his love for you? I know what I do personally, but everyone is different. Does the family and friends talk about their disappointment in his marriage to you all the time when you're not around? No one wants to look the fool. I certainly don't. Op responds, the short answer is no. I would not have married him. She adds, I would have known that it would always be a sore moment and a what if. And I wouldn't want to live like that. She believes she is way better than what if. Additional information from Ops comments. For those of you who don't know, Camila is the woman King Charles chose over Princess Di. His family called me Camila, and they're still calling me Camila. That should be proof you know that yes, he was the one who ended the relationship. It would not have mattered to me who ended the relationship either, but I do have questions. Why would his family hate me if she was the one who ended things? Why would she agree to have dinner with him if she didn't want him? He says he didn't sleep with her, but I don't know. I asked him, and he adamantly denied it, but he confessed everything else. I truly believe that if he did, his mother would have made sure I knew to get rid of me. Still, this is why I don't know. Not rubbing it in my face is my truth. I will never know for sure, will I? I will only ever have his account and his mother's account, and they are the same. He wanted to make sure he made the right decision. I only ever asked my husband once about why it didn't work out with his ex, and he said, the one who got away isn't something he shared with his family either. It was after one particular hard birthday party, when everyone was only talking about the ex, whom he chose not to invite, and she got hurt. That was the first time I heard them call me Camila to my face, anyway, because I am older and, according to them, not as attractive. I was emotionally drained after that party, and just broke down and asked him why it didn't work with her so we could both have moved on. I was on the brink of breaking up with him. He said he knew that he never loved her and that love would feel different once he felt it. He tried dating her because everyone thought she was perfect and she was head over heels for him, but it never happened for him, so he ended it. We met a couple of months later and started dating a year later. He said he had feelings even before we started dating and knew that was the feeling he was looking for, what love is supposed to feel like. So when I heard he went on a date with her, everything changed for me. The impression I had of their relationship, his love for me, everything. Now it feels like I basically can't talk to him because nothing comes out and I can't look at him. If you choose to forgive someone, you really have to not hold it against them, or life would be really unbearable. Also, he was there when my mother-in-law said it. He told his mom to shut up, then he admitted he went on the date, and admitted the reason his mom told me was the truth. What he described was that he was getting lots of doubts from his family and best friends about ending up with me, and not his ex, so he wanted to make sure. Then, a few days before our wedding, he told his mom to leave and to never contact him again. I just took my baby and went to bed, and they had a row in the kitchen, and then she left, finally. I will never take our baby away. My problem with him is separate from being new parents. It will not spill into it. He is as much a parent as I am, and I wouldn't deprive him of time to be with her. She's 10 days old, so you understand that he would want to be with her all the time. We are both obsessed with her, so taking her away is cruel to him, my baby, and also to me because it really is 24/7 care. The community agrees that Opie is not able for the way she's reacting to these news and giving him quote-unquote the silent treatment. But Opie explained that it's literally not because she wants to, it's because she just can't talk to him. We also got a lot of context from Opie in the comments. So now, let's move on to the update to see how the story ends. My husband and I have talked. Well, he did most of the talking and I listened. I asked him for the honest truth. He said that he got cold feet. He was panicking about why nobody saw what he saw. He showed me texts from his family and friends up until our wedding, of people asking him why he was doing this and if he was really sure. His sister said that he was making a huge mistake. I guess they think nobody would leave ex for someone like me. The sister is close friends with the ex, so I understand her. The rest, I don't understand. His mom suggested he meet his ex. I don't know why she never told me before now. She doesn't like me at all. She had her chance to tell me before the wedding, and we would have called it off. I will never get it anyway. After the wedding, everyone stopped, and they basically told them they respected his decision, even if they couldn't understand it. I never felt that they liked me, but I have noticed that they were less intense and rude after the marriage. But starting now, less rude isn't enough for me anymore. The date he had with his ex was a dinner and wine. He understood it was wrong the second he sat at the table, but didn't want to just leave because it would have been weird and rude to ditch her when he was the one who made the dinner plans. He didn't tell me because he knew I would call off the wedding. He's right, I would have, and I would have thought it was bigger than it was. He didn't want to hurt me. He said that he loved me from the day we met, and that never changed. We're going no contact with his sister and mother and most of his friends and family. His decision, not mine. His father is the one member that genuinely loves me. I have no problem having him in my life. Yes, we are far from okay. I told him I needed time because we can't make any decisions right now. We need to concentrate on our baby. I don't want us to miss out on her first weeks. There's something new with her every day, and I don't want us to miss that. I don't want this experience to be tainted with being heartbroken. I refuse to miss out on the joy my baby has brought into my life. I see therapy and counseling in the future, but not right now. I don't want that. Then we either come out stronger or we separate. My biggest hurt is the fact that our relationship is going to be worse. Our love is not the one I thought it was, the one I believed maybe never existed. How do you mourn something that never existed? I am afraid I can't accept this worst version, but at the same time, accepting the worst version scares me even more. I can't describe how heartbreaking it is to realize that it will always be a bit worse. Finally, to the people in my DMs calling me ugly and jealous, I am neither. Not every girl dreams to be tall and blonde. Not every man likes tall and blonde. Only Incel thinks the Stacy is goals, and nothing else. They broke up because my husband didn't develop feelings for her. When he realized it wasn't happening, he ended things because he was looking for love. So no, I wasn't the backup, even if many people in my previous posts thought it was a good idea to call me a backup to add more insult to injury. What kind of satisfaction do you get from that? Well, I can't say it's a happy update because the whole situation just wasn't going to give us one, of course. I'm really sorry that you have to go through this, particularly now, and you can't truly enjoy the first days of your daughter. But I honestly hope you can. And whatever happens between you and your husband, I hope it's the best for you and your daughter as well. Take care, and thank you for sharing. Now, let's move on to the next post that also has an update. Friend is upset at me for getting a dog without her approval. So, I, a 28-year-old male, have a friend who is in her 50s. We are close friends, the kind where you don't talk often, but when you do, it's always really good. We mainly talk about our pets, and she's been there for me a lot. I value her and our friendship. I really do. There's only one issue, you see. One does not disagree with her. She has very strong opinions and will shove them down everyone's throats. She's notorious in all pet stores and for all the wrong reasons. I am not too bothered by it. I just know when to shut my mouth and agree. Arguing is not worth it, and I find our friendship more important than being right about something. It has never been a problem until now, when I brought up wanting a Doberman. She was rather judgmental, saying I am too insecure to raise a dog and that a dog wouldn't solve my mental problems. I found her assumptions hurtful and untrue, even if she probably meant well. Obviously, a dog won't make my mental illness go away, but I think taking care of a dog and having a companion has been helpful for a lot of people, especially with mental illness. It just happens that a Doberman is exactly what I want, as they fit my lifestyle. I am also not as spineless or insecure as she made me out to be. It's just that I don't argue with her, because I know she would end our whole friendship over me not agreeing on something. I don't waste my energy on an argument that won't lead anywhere, so I just didn't mention it again, and I wasn't super upset. I just decided not to talk to her about it. A few weeks later, I sent a video of a puppy I have my eyes on. I hoped that maybe she'd be happy for me now. Somehow, I thought she would be. Instead, she sent me a voice message demanding I tell her which exact reasons I have to get a Doberman. It made me feel like I had to justify my decision to her, like I need her permission. Me having this dog won't affect her, so I find this weird and honestly kind of entitled. Also, I knew she'd just disagree with all my reasons, so I politely said that I know she doesn't think that I am the right person for this, but that I disagree and have done a lot of research, which I definitely have. I have considered this for literal years, although I didn't talk to her about that until I previously mentioned the dog. I just didn't see a reason to, and I still don't. Like I said, it doesn't affect her, and it's not like we talk a lot, nor do we talk about everything. I told her she has nothing to worry about, and that the decision wasn't impulsive. She was immediately upset. She said I was very defensive, even though I acted calm and polite. However, I simply didn't agree and didn't want to justify my decision. This is probably the first time I said no to her. She started going off about how dangerous this dog is, that it's not the right breed for me, that she knows a lot more about this than me, and that I should be able to explain why I want one, especially to her. Now, she does know a lot about animals, but judging by what she said about the breed, she doesn't know as much as she claims. They were very outdated views, and some of the facts were just wrong. She said that I only want this dog to have as a shield, and that I'm going to end up with a weapon I can't control, etc. I said multiple times that I understand and respect her opinion, and that I was sorry for upsetting her, but that I don't agree and didn't like her initial question. According to her, I turned her into someone she's not, and I was extremely defensive. Again, I was very calm and never accusatory, while she sent me long voice messages in which she was yelling and crying. It seems everything I said just made her more angry. She ended by saying I've insulted her and that I should know what that feels like. I said I was sorry about that, and that I hope we can talk about this when we're both calm. I am extremely confused about what I did wrong, and I'm honestly kind of angry because I feel like she's simply mad at me for not agreeing with her. She knows as well as I do that I will put all of my time and energy into this dog. I am someone who will make well-informed decisions and won't hesitate to ask a professional dog trainer for guidance. Even if we are close, we are not so close that I need to involve her in a decision like this. But it seems she thinks I can't do this without her approval. Anyway, I haven't heard from her since, and I suspect she expects me to apologize. I'm not sure what to do except wait until she calms down and then starts talking to me again like nothing happened. I might have to rethink this friendship. Wow, I do think you need to rethink this friendship. This doesn't sound like a friend. It sounds like some sort of control. Anyways, of course, we've got an update, so let's move on with that to see what Op did and how the story ends. Before I update you all, I'd like to clear up something. I sometimes struggle with knowing what is normal or not. I grew up in a very emotionally abusive home and didn't have the best experiences after leaving home either. I now know this is not normal. Also, this friendship didn't start out like this, and I guess I was still holding on to the positive aspects I didn't realize are no longer there. Thank you for all the eye-opening comments. Long story short, when I respectfully disagreed with what she said, she completely lost it, spewing all kinds of things about me, which forced me to end our friendship. I want to thank you all for the support on my last post. It made me see that she is indeed a narcissist who only has friends that are much younger, have severe mental illness, or both of those things. She is a bully. She never respected me, and all the kind things she did were to benefit her own ego, not me. I have ended my friendship with this person, and it also made me review other relationships in my life, which is why I am currently in a very chaotic phase of my life. I have left some people behind and have made new friends. Things are changing for the best, but it's certainly not easy. Most importantly, I have my puppy. I can safely say a Doberman was the exact right choice for me. Anyone who's ever had a puppy knows it is extremely difficult to raise one, and I can assure you a Doberman is specifically challenging. Every time we take a step forward, a new issue comes up. Luckily, I am very good at analyzing things, and I solve most problems within a day or two. I am also working with a dog trainer, which is very helpful. It is hard work, and the past 3 weeks have been a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but I am so glad to have her. I know that with all the work I am putting in, she will one day be the dream dog I wanted. I have also lost all doubts that my friend and some others try to talk into me because my 11-week-old puppy is already better behaved than their adult dogs. Of course, I am not there yet, but I know that with the effort I am putting in, along with the dog trainer's advice, things will turn out all right. I will make sure of that.